show you how you can use what you know about patterns in words to help you when you spell. So we've been exploring this pattern of two consonants going together, and you can hear both of the sounds. Today I'm going to show you how you can use that pattern to help you when you write words that might be new for you. As I'm showing you today, you're welcome to try along with me. You can try on a piece of paper with a pencil. If you have a whiteboard and a marker, you can use that, or you can even just practice with your finger on the floor or the table in front of you. I might show you how to spell some words that you already know how to spell, and that's okay. What I really want you to do is just pay attention to the steps that I use to help me think about the words, because you can use those steps when you're writing on your own and you come to a word that might be new for you. So today I'm going to write a little bit about the nursery rhyme Jack and Jill. I've been thinking about it a lot this week as I've been exploring it with you. And one of the things that readers do is they record their thinking. They write their thinking about something, about what they're reading. And the reason we do this is because we want to talk about, helps us not forget what we're thinking about so we can talk about our ideas with other people. So I've been doing some thinking about Jack and Jill. There's some things I'm wondering about, and I'm going to write my wonderings down today so that I don't forget them, right? So that I have them, so that I can talk about them with another reader sometime. So let's go ahead. I'm just going to reread Jack and Jill so it's fresh in our minds, and then we'll do some writing together. Jack and Jill. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after. Up Jack got, and home did trot, as fast as he could caper. He went to bed to mend his head with vinegar and brown paper. Right. So I have a lot of questions in my mind about what happened to Jack and Jill that they had such a bad accident when they were running this errand. So I want to write my wonderings down. This is something you can do when you're reading, and especially if you're preparing for a book club conversation. One of the things you can do is write down what you're wondering about, and then you can take that to your group when you're ready to talk about your reading together. So I'm just going to write my wonderings. So I'm just going to call this, I wonder. These are just things I wonder about. I wonder. So the first thing I'm wondering is, why did Jack trip in the first place? What happened that he tripped? So that's the first question I have in my mind. So I want to write that. So I want to know, why did Jack trip? Okay, now I'm going to say this word slowly, and I'm going to listen for the patterns that I know. Trip. I hear that tr at the beginning. I know that pattern from other words like tree or try or trust. And I know two consonants. There are two consonants together there, and I can hear both of them. Tr. So I'm pretty sure that that's a TR. Tr. Ip. I hear that short I, that I, like igloo, trip. Ip. Now let me just check and make sure that this looks right. Why did Jack trip? Yeah, that looks right. So that's my first question. So did you see how when I came to the word I wasn't sure about, I just slowed down, I said it slowly, and I listened for the patterns that I knew, and then I used those patterns to help me spell the word. So that was my first question. My second question is, well, why didn't Jill carry the pail? Maybe she wouldn't have dropped it. So I'm wondering, would Jill drop the pail? I mean, we'll never know because she wasn't carrying it, but would Jill drop the pail? Let's see. Would Jill drop? Okay, I'm going to say that slowly. I'm going to listen for the patterns. Drop. I hear that dr. I hear a d and I hear an Two consonants together, I can hear both sounds. Drop. I also know that sound from words like drive or drink. So would Jill drop? That's a DR. And then op. Well, I know op. I hear that in words like hop and mop and top. Op. So I know that's that OP. Would Jill drop? Would Jill drop the pail? So again, did you see how when I came to this word I wasn't sure of, I just slowed down a bit. I said it slowly. I listened for the patterns that I knew, and then I wrote it out bit by bit using those patterns. So I have one more question. And that question is, what did they crash into that they were so badly hurt? So I'm wondering, what did Jack and Jill crash into? So I'm going to record that thinking here. What did Jack and Jill crash into? Okay, let me go a little bit slowly on that word. Crash. Okay, I'm going to listen for parts I know. Cr. I know that cr. I hear two consonant sounds. Cr. That k and that er. I also know that cr from words like cry or crust. I think that's a cr, a cr. Cr. Ash. Well, I hear that ah sound. That sh, like ship. Crash. I also know that ash sound from words like rash. Crash. Let me see if that looks right. Crash. What did Jack and Jill crash into? So do you see how when I came to words I wasn't quite sure about, I just slowed down. I said the word slowly, and I listened for the patterns that I knew. And then I used those patterns to help me figure out how to spell those words. That's something you can try when you're writing on your own and you're not quite sure how to spell a word. Say it slowly, listen for the patterns that you know, and then spell it bit by bit using those patterns. So that's some work you can try when you're writing on your own. So I'm wondering what you're curious about Jack and Jill. What are some things you might be wondering about these two characters? Thanks for learning with me today. I'll see you tomorrow.